is clear. Yeah, no, I didn't miss anything then.
Cool. Well, I think I'm going to bed. What about you?
Yeah, probably the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. It's just Jericho is upset with herself because of
Oh, what?
the whole thing that Deer was telling me about with the way that I was not guilty thing. So Jericho's blaming herself and says that she doesn't want to. Here, let me read it to you.
Oh my god.
She said, "It's not a good teaching experience for you to learn from me when everything else is done against what I've learned. Learn from the people in their way." And I said, "I don't want to. Why can't I learn both? All around a well-rounded cadet." And then she said, "Because you blame yourself as doing something wrong." And I said, "Well, I know I didn't technically do anything wrong, but it's little adjustments." And she said, "Sorry, I just can't." And I said, "I get it. You're fine."
So what did you do? I didn't get the whole story.
So
Douchebag McGee wouldn't talk about anything.
he
He
wouldn't
wanted to
talk
be
about
a
anything, right? And then he
okay,
goes and
yeah,
stands in a corner, in the corner of the cells, and is just not facing anybody, right?
okay,
So I
yeah,
just assume he's ignoring me because he didn't want to say anything, anyways, right?
yeah,
So I have every right to believe that he's just not going to listen to me when I'm talking about his billing and his charges, right?
correct, yeah,
So I didn't say, "Sir, do you think you're guilty?" because it's part of the Miranda thing, and all he wanted was a sergeant, right? But I was
right,
like, "I'm just gonna send you up because you're not talking and I don't know what else to do." And then Deer came down and Jericho didn't know he was a sergeant, and I forgot he was a
forgot,
sergeant, and
yeah,
I was just like, "We don't have a sergeant on duty. We can't do anything about it." And then that was that. And I sent him up without really talking to him. So I get where that could be misconstrued. I get that.
okay,
I get how I could have been wrong there, and I was wrong. I know where I went wrong and what I did wrong, but he just wasn't talking to me, and I've never been across a 95 that just doesn't want to talk to me no matter what I'm doing. So I panicked.
right.
So I just she's blaming herself and I'm blaming myself, and I'm just
Well, why? I don't understand why anybody's blaming anybody about anything.
I don't know. I want to cry.
It's fine. Y'all are fine. What the hell?
I definitely fucked up somewhere, and I know that I did, and I'm
How?
learning.
You didn't fuck up. What do you mean? If somebody doesn't want to make a plea, then you gotta assume that they're gonna plea not guilty, and then they can have their day in court. I mean, you can't make somebody talk.
Yeah, I mean, he was talking a little bit, but then he just went in the corner and sat in the corner and stared at the wall, and I was like, "Okay, whatever."
I don't know. I can tell you what I've been told when we were talking about things in New York is that if they ain't gonna talk to you, then you might as well just let them go and have their day in court.
That's literally what I was in the impression under, you know? Like, if you're
Yeah.
not gonna talk to me, all you want is a sergeant. I didn't know there were any on duty at the time, so I sent him up.
Yes. A supervisor's not gonna change the fact that he's getting charges. Like, I don't know. That's not gonna change anything.
It was a very frustrating situation. And then I just feel like, uh, I feel like the, I don't know. I know where I could have done better, like talking to him and getting him to try to talk to me, but at the same time, I couldn't ask him any questions, so I assumed that that meant like I couldn't ask him if he thought he was guilty or not because
No.
yeah, I know that's not
That's a
how it
plea.
works. I know.
Yeah.
But at the time
Yeah.
I was like, "What I don't know what to do here. I've never had someone just blatantly ignore me."
You can't really say. Do you think you're guilty? You just gotta ask. Are you guilty? Are you? What's your plea? Guilty? Not guilty?
I know.
Let's get this over with, dipshit. Come on. You don't want to answer me? You can go fuck yourself and sit there all day long until the cows come home. I guess that's what they want. I guess that's what they want. I don't know.
I guess from
Uh,
now on, I'll just call a supervisor in. I don't know.
Both y'all need to. You need to just. You're gonna be fine. At the end of the day, the criminal got put in jail, right? That's all that matters. He got put in jail to be reformed.
Yeah, I guess. I
He's
just
not gonna steal anybody else's expensive ass car. He's not gonna go on a damn joyride through the damn city, almost killing hundreds of people. At the end of the day, that's what matters. You protected a community and a whole bunch of people from potentially being hurt by some jackass.
yeah, I guess.
There you go.
I'm just so upset that she's blaming herself for this because it's not her fault. I'm learning all around and I'd rather learn both ways than just one.
I don't sweat it. Let her sleep it off. It'll be fine.
She doesn't want to FTO me anymore.
Oh, you. How about you just make her supervisor tell her to?
No, that's not gonna work.
Why not?
Because it's Jericho. She's more stubborn than I am.
She's also somebody who will follow orders.
No, not all the time.
Oh, she will. You go and tell her command how good of a job she's been doing FTOing you, and then they'll make her do it. There you go. Win-win.
I don't know.
She gets recognition she deserves, and you get to keep getting FTO'd.
Why can't you just go get FTO right now?
Hell with that. I ain't ever doing that shit.
Unlucky. What if it's just for me?
No.
Mm-mm.
Besides, they ain't gonna go for that. They think I'm a goddamn drunk.
I don't. And I'll actually
Yeah,
listen
well,
to you.
I wish that that mattered as far as the job goes.
I know.
First goddamn 30 minutes and they think I'm drunk.
Yeah, well, they can fuck off. You did a really good job today, so.
Even the that fucking trooper up there wanted to ask me if I've been drinking. Ask me if my face is always red. I don't know. Is your head always stuck up your ass? Maybe
Okay.
that's what I should have told him. You're doing just fine. God damn it. You're a cadet. If you don't think there's growing pains, then I don't know what you expect.
Yeah, I know.
Can't just, snap your fingers and that is.
You know,
Just
it
what?
sucks being around this time of the night.
Yep. Not wrong.
But I don't have any other options.
I mean, you can't get through cadet phases and you can't get the knowledge you need without it's field training for a reason, right?
Yep.
I mean, is there like like when I was in the citizens and patrol stuff, there was the there was like a checklist and I had to do certain things.
Yeah, there's that. Jackman is the one that's supposed to be like actually FTOing me, but he's always around for the last like the first 3 hours and then that's it.
Right.
So
I mean,
it's
what's on that list, do you know? Do you know what you got to complete?
I'm about to start driving, I know that. My negotiation skills are good. I'm really good at diffusing situations. I wonder why. And yeah, I don't know. It's a
Sorry, 1 second.
You're good.
10-9. Yeah, 10-4. 224 is pending 42.
Who is it?
Currently at MRPD.
Who is it?
112. I don't know that person. 122. 122.
Oh, it's Jocelyn Sinclair.
I don't know that person. Anyways,
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out, I guess.
what do you mean you don't know what you're gonna keep doing what you're doing?
Terry, I can't do anything.
Oh, well, she's already going 42. 10-4. Have a good night. So,
I'm worried about Jericho.
you always worry.
I know, but she's so down on herself right now, and I just want to, like, give her a hug and tell her it's all gonna be okay. But even I don't even know that. Because it's.
Yeah, well, it's an expectation thing, right? Like you got all excited. You got your letter. Yay! It's gonna be like this, and she got her letter, and yay! And then it didn't come out to be exactly as expected. So what? Doesn't change that you're a cop. She's a cop. Everybody is trying to do their job and do it well.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, at the end of the day, cadet, it's not like a permanent thing. It doesn't change anything. You just got to get through that, and then and just worry about being comfortable and confident with yourself, and get out there so you can be on the streets without an FTO. And then who cares then? And then you can be on duty and watch each other's backs and all that good stuff.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, I mean, there's nothing to be down on yourselves about.
Yeah, you got a point.
So, I mean, it's one little blip. Ain't the end of the world.
Uh, well,
You're gonna be all right.
yeah, I've been through more than enough shit, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
This should be a cakewalk, but it's also not a cakewalk because I've never actually
Uh,
experienced this kind of stuff.
it's just it's practice. That's all it is.
I know.
So, I mean, you obviously dedicated. This is obviously what you want. So there you go. That's all you need. You're a goddamn Shaw, and that's all that matters.
You
If you're
realize that. Go ahead.
you're a Shaw, and as long as you know what you want, I mean, there's nothing's gonna stop you. So don't get discouraged.
I know. Did we really turn you're a Shaw, like having the name Shaw just meaning a whole new other level of something?
I mean, we've always kind of been stubborn assholes.
Yeah, but we've always been also very strong.
Yeah.
And I feel like we use it as a whole ass title for what we've gone through. When I told Kent what I've gone through, he started being so nice to me, and I kind of just felt, I don't know. I was just looking at him like, I don't understand how I could spit all my details, right? Not all of them. I
Mm-hmm.
just gave him gifs and stuff because he was like, why? You're damaged, Shaw. You got damage. I know because you don't want to stay at a hospital. You always check yourself out. You're a flight risk, stuff like that. And I was just like, you're right. And he was like, I know you're damaged. And I was like, true. And then I didn't want to talk about it. And then that was right after he abused somebody with a nightstick.
Yeah.
And him and I just sat in the car and I told him a little bit of our backstory.
Right.
And then he started being super nice to me. And I just felt gross a little bit because
Why?
I don't expect pity for what I've been through. I just expect respect.
I don't. Who says he's pitying you?
It
Just
just,
because he's
it
being
felt
nice.
like it.
Yeah. Go with it.
And then he met you and he was being so nice to you. And you were kind of just being like, you know, Terry, a little abrasive, a little brash, but nothing too bad. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It just felt like he was just trying to be super, super nice to you based on what I've told him.
Good. Somebody understands then. 224 is 1042. Have a good night.
Yeah, he understands, but he also acted like Eric.
Well, maybe he understands that that's not acceptable after hearing first-hand recountings of people like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think there's such things as public speakers?
I
Like
know.
motivational speakers. It's because people have been through shit. And it's inspirational to hear the people who have first-hand accountings of certain things. I mean, hell, I had heard somebody with a story like that when I was a kid. Maybe things would have turned out different for me.
I don't know. A part of me just the shit that we've been through. I don't know that I can't believe that one person can just go through as much as they did and still make it out the other side. Bishop, Jericho, and I were talking about it the other day about how Bishop was trying to save a girl when we were in the city last time. That was kind of like me, and she was troubled, and she had baggage, and she was acting out, and she died. She was kidnapped and murdered. And Bishop was too late to save her. Like that day.
I never heard about any of that.
Her name was Daisy.
Huh.
And I was sitting in a cop uniform in Jericho's car, and I like looked down at the badge on my belt, and I was like, I could have been exactly where Daisy is if I didn't have Jericho to pull me out from the depressive hole, and then you were pulled out of your hole and came out and pulled me out of mine even more. And I just thought about how far I've come from that 14-year-old girl who solely escaped her parents' house burning down in a fire to the girl that was living in Sandy, to the girl that moved out on her own for a few years, to the girl that we all know and love about 5 months ago started going down a dangerous path, and then Eric came back. And shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
And then we cleaned that shit out of the fan. And we picked our lives back up.
I'd rather just get a new fan.
We got a new fan and replaced it.
There we go. I like that better.
And yeah. Here we are. The people that you used to hate.
I still don't like them.
Yeah, there's some of them that are stupid. But
I mean, nobody's doing anything to change my mind from what I've seen thus far.
I know. But like you said, find the corruption, T. Who better to do it than the people that saw both sides of it?
Yeah. I mean, can't ask for a better. You can't ask for a better person, really, for the good to happen with the bad.
Yeah. Nah.
I mean, you got to think the amount of good that's happened with the bad. I mean, they always say what? What do they always say? They say there's a what? There's always a rainbow after the storm or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. That's pretty much. That feels pretty accurate as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. You got a point.
So I mean, just think about it that way too. That hell, even if you're running across something bad, just weather it, and it can be good on the other end.
I know.
And that's what this is. Perfect example. Sure, you're down on yourself. Jabber goes down on herself. Everybody's feeling kind of crappy. For no reason, as far as I'm concerned, mind you. But nonetheless, you're feeling like shit. Okay, just weather it, get through the storm, and guess what? It's going to be 20 times better on the other side.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
At the end of the day, I don't care. I'm proud of you all the same.
Thanks, T.
So keep up the good work and don't get shot.
I'm trying. I'm really trying not to. I haven't had a shootout yet. I used my taser today, though. That was the first time I used it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you hit? I don't remember you hitting him.
I hit him
Oh,
once.
you did. Yeah, I remember. When
One
he
time
ran
I
in the
missed.
cuffs. I
Yeah.
was 1 for 1.
Nice.
Quick draw McGraw over here, you could call me.
No, I'm not calling you that. I can be so strong for people, but the minute that, like, the strongest person I know starts crumbling, I don't know why I'd always crumble. It always happens.
Yeah, well, you don't need to lean on anybody. You're just as strong as anybody else. So don't falter just because somebody else does for a minute.
I know.
Because at the end of the day, people lean on you just as much as you lean on them. It's like an arch. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You ever heard an arch is the strongest thing in architecture?
Really?
Yeah. And it's because it uses, it's basically one side leaning on the other side. Each side's leaning on each other, and then they hold each other up.
Gotcha.
So right now, you need to be that other side and hold up. It's gonna be all right.
Okay. Grayson still hasn't woken up yet.
Shocker.
He
What
do-
does Zell do with him?
I don't know. He's probably in a coma, a sleep coma.
Probably got him all drugged up and took him to every goddamn strip club from here to goddamn New York.
Also, can I just say something?
Oh, what?
I'm proud of you.
Oh, what?
Because you've come a long way, just like the rest of us, and you actually are pretty wise right now. And I just appreciate you as a dad figure right now.
Ah, well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I just gotta get a goddamn doctor.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few of them around. You just gotta find the right one.
Yeah. Hopefully they can get my damn records from everywhere.
I'm sure somebody has them.
I mean, I got copies of stuff, but I mean, ain't the same. But yeah, anyways.
Gotcha. I better go to sleep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you going to sleep?
Yeah.
Sick. Let's go. I have a rental car. I guess I'm just gonna leave it.
It's not like they give you like a deposit back on it or anything. Sons of bitches.
True.
Cheap bastards.
You walk slow. She's like, what are you doing?
That ain't better for you.
Yeah, it's faster.